Well, hello again and welcome back, everyone. Today I am reviewing another cigar from Emilio Cigars. This one caught my eye. It looks like it should be interesting. I did sample it earlier this week and had some pretty good thoughts about it. So let's see how it stacks up today. This is the 1502 Ruby Toro. It is a box press cigar, as you can see from the light. Nice oily wrapper. Now this cigar is comprised of an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper and Nicaraguan binder, and the filler is Nicaraguan from the Jalapa Valley and Esteli. This is the second cigar I've sampled or will sample, and one of the most interesting things about it is the half closed foot. Now you're familiar with a normal cigar, which is just cut, the foot is cut, it's clean, it's square, or the shaggy unfinished foot. Look at this closely. This is what they call a half closed foot. The wrapper is covers just a little bit of the foot, and it gives it an interesting look. It may help with the burn. When you light the cigar, you're lighting the wrapper as evenly as you're lighting the filler. So we'll see. But it's interesting, and I wanted to show it to you. I'll show you a close-up of it now. And also the density is nice. Now you hear me talk a lot about cigars being weighty in the hand, and this is not one of them. It looks nice, it feels nice, it's dense enough, but it's not real heavy in the hand. So let's get right to it. This should be, they describe it as a medium-bodied cigar, so we'll find out. All right, really nice looking cigar, a very reddish brown. One more look before we start. There we go. There's the band, 1502 Ruby. I must admit, I've never really come across a cigar with a half closed foot. Interesting. We will now scorch that half closed foot. That's what it's starting to look like right there. Nice nutty citrusy start. Pepper is nice. On the first draw there that you just saw me take, I would put the pepper at about a 6 or 7. Let's see if it holds. Tangerine citrus. The pepper is very nice, and there is a nutty, lightly roasted nutty flavor. At this point, it's I guess you would call it an almond, but I'm not sure that I won't change my mind later about that. There's a nice sweetness to that tangerine citrus. Maybe some coffee notes there to go along with it. That's how we're starting, and that's a good start. So let's see what happens from here. What changes are made, what flavors are added or lost. The 1502 Ruby is starting out very nice though. I might be a little over a ½ inch in, possibly 3/4 of an inch, and the cigar is making subtle changes even now. You can now add nutmeg with that tangerine citrus. It is still sweet. There's not really richness there like you're used to. The pepper is still very nice. I would keep it at about a 7. And there are coffee notes. There are the beginnings of other notes in there, and I believe I can detect what is going to be leather soon, but maybe not now, just a little later. The finish is a very nice cream with a touch of lingering pepper. So the cigar is going along nicely. And I recall from having this cigar the other day, the first time, it made several changes. I'm going to try to give you those changes as they happen, and I want to be concise without running the video out forever. So I will begin that with the next segment, try to give you updated information in a short, timely manner. Well, we're here at about just over an inch. You can see the ash is still together. It's quite tight, but it is drooping. The flavors now, the nutmeg has really moved forward. You can still get the tangerine citrus, but the nutmeg is the lead of those two flavors. And you have what appear to be roasted pecans. Very nice flavor. That is your nutty flavor now. So that would be the big change. The other flavors are still intact. Coffee, pepper is nice, still the same. But that's a nice change at the 1 1/4 inch point. About 1½ inches is still hanging in there. There's some richness now in the tangerine and nutmeg. It's very nice. I can't get over this ash. It's just growing at an angle. The citrus notes have filtered over to the finish also, so it combines very nicely with that cream, and the lingering pepper make it very enjoyable. So at about 1½ inches, that is where we are. Well, here we are with a couple inches left, and the ash did drop off in the ashtray, and as you can see, the second ash is doing the same thing. Also here at the band, the initial flavors now have changed a little bit. The citrus notes are still there. They seem to be morphing into a cedar taste, and there's an earth flavor that has seemed to have taken over the place of the roasted pecan. That ash is just going to fall any second. Definitely is morphing over to the cedar. We're not quite there yet. The earth is quite dominant. Pepper is still good. Coffee notes are subtle. The finish is somewhat changed. It's more back to a cream with lightly roasted almonds. Primarily cream. The pepper is still lingering nicely. So there we go, with about 2 inches remaining. Very close to the end, only 1½ inches or so left. The transition to cedar is complete. There are subtle hints of nutmeg attached to that cedar. The earth notes have decreased somewhat. Coffee notes have really come in. and the pepper still remains very good, holding at a 7. The finish is back to one more or less of a cream and a little bit of those citrus notes. So little changes all throughout the cigar, and the pepper is lingering nicely. So just a little bit left. I'll be right back to wrap it up. Well, sort of a quick jump from the last segment to the end. The cedar notes and nutmeg held true to the end. As far as your lead flavors, as far as the sweetness, the richness did wane. It pretty much did not hold throughout. The coffee notes remained good, the earth notes remained good, and the roasted pecan notes sort of came and went, but they were nice when they were around. The pepper remained very good at a 7, and the finish remained one of a cream with some citrus notes, pretty much, and lingering pepper. The cigar ended up medium bodied. It burned very evenly, as you could see throughout the segments. Made numerous changes, and I like that. These cigars, if you can find them, I would suggest you try them. They are available here locally in my area at the Cigar Box downtown. I do not know, they do carry Emilio Cigars. I'm not sure if they carry the 1502. I hope they do, because I would like to try these more often. So that being said, the cigar ended up very good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm giving it a score of 91. So the Emilio Cigars 1502 Ruby Toro gets a score of 91.